Welcome again to Preston for the Battle of Middle England for the Great British Hobbit League. In front of us we have Owen. How's it going, Owen?
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, you enjoying yourself today?
Of course.
At the tournament? So we're going to have a little look at the 500 points that Owen have brought, and if you can see that in the bottom of the shot, we've got a lovely chance to see some of the new models from the Hobbit range. Is this an army that you brought before?
Yeah, it's a shrunk down version of my Throne of Schools list. And basically I had the 3 trolls as well, and then another 12, 13 goblins on top of this list.
Fantastic. So do you want to talk us through, starting off with your leader?
Okay, so my general is the Goblin King.
Gorgeous.
Who is pretty much one of the hardest things in the game. He's got a 3+ save from having a fat belly. He's also burly, which means he can wield a 2-handed weapon as if it was a single-handed weapon. Generally very nasty. Fight 6 as well, which always comes in handy.
How's he been getting on in this tournament? Has he been performing quite well?
First game he did alright, but then he ran away, failed his cruise test. Second game he did really well, went toe-to-toe with a mummock for quite a few turns before also running away. We've also in there got Thimble, who is an amazing Fight 5 hero, riding a warg.
Won't be long, sorry.
Usually the star of the show, but today he's decided to just be incredibly average. But I'm sure he'll come into his own later on. Somebody who asked about in the game is the little scribe, sat on his little seat. Where his last game he brought on 24 extra goblins, so effectively doubling the size of my army that was left on the table at the time. So really useful.
Yeah, I can imagine that being pretty useful.
Yeah. First game he didn't do so well. He only brought on about 9 or 10, which I think ultimately really didn't help me because 14 extra models would have been really nice. Shame it weren't there. Average game I get about 20 extra models, so really handy, especially because I've got a horn which makes +1 courage. So that's a pretty decent setup. Playing Felbeast next, so I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Are you worried or optimistic?
Always worried when I'm playing Ed. Always worried.
Yeah, good.
Ed's a very good player.
And he loves being in front of the camera as well.
He does. He loves himself.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, here he comes. I'm expecting the tongue in the ear. It's not that I'm hoping for, I'm expecting it. There he is.
There's the sexy man himself.
So if you could have picked anybody to play next, who would you have picked? And remember, I'm not playing, so you can't pick me. Everybody said me, I'm really worried about that.
I actually really have liked to go against Sam Jeffries.
Yeah.
I always beat him at domination every time, pretty much. In fact, beat him at the weekend and hardly lost any men. So, shame. Set out to fight a 3-man hero.
Why should people get into the Hobbit strategy battle game, in your point of view?
Definitely the best gaming system Games Workshop have ever done. It's one of my favourite gaming systems out, and it's really kind of very basic rules, very simple rules. There's not really anything complex, but then once you're on the tabletop, how it interacts with each other, it's so interesting that you kind of, there's so many levels to it, because after a while you've got this idea of, well, setting up my heroes in certain ways around me, they can interact together, and I can, save might with my main character by using them up with my little characters, and there's all these different nuances that make it such a good game, and it's actually fairly cheap to get into. The 500-point list to get started at a tournament like this really doesn't cost very much, certainly compared to 40k and such like.
Owen, I'm sold. I think I'm definitely going to come back and try my luck again. I wonder if try and win a game. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll see if I can win a game with the all-mounted list. Thanks very much for all your help before as well. Really enjoyed you coming over and trying to teach me how to lose to win, which was an interesting concept.
Losing to win, I can do that.
Well, good luck for the rest of the tournament. I'm sure you'll do great, Owen. You're a great guy. And happy wargaming, everybody else. Make sure you subscribe.